What's up, Team Asian? In this video we'll be talking about tournament preparation. So in this video I'll be talking about tournament preparation and why it's important to prepare for these tournaments, even if it's like a regular tournament you bowl every weekend, or if it's these big tournaments like Junior Gold, Pepsi, SYC, Team Masters, things like that. I'm gonna show you guys some good things to bring with you, just so you're prepared no matter what. So some of the things I bring. These three things I don't go any tournament without. I need these just in case. You can never be too safe. It's a good idea to have these in your bag. These are the three tools, I guess you could say, that this is what I bring to pretty much all my tournaments. I use the screwdriver in case I need to put tape in my ball or anything like that. And I got scissors just in case I need to cut tape or just cut anything. And super glue. If one of your inserts get loose or anything like that, it's a good idea to have super glue in your bag at all times. Use it to glue in an insert if it comes loose. You can even use it to glue a cut. Get a cut, you can put a little bit of glue in there just so it doesn't rip more. So these are three things I always have in my bag, no matter what tournament it is, no matter anything. These are just always in my backpack just in case. The other thing I bring just to the big tournaments, because you're bowling a lot of games, and you're definitely going to need these when you're bowling a big tournament where you're constantly bowling games every day, and that is bowling ball cleaners. I got a few of them here. I got Hammer Tough and Tacky, I got the Powerhouse Clean and Dull, Hammer Tough Scrub Ball Cleaner, and Hammer Remove All Ball Cleaner. So each of these things does something a little bit differently. It's good to get all four just in case. So you got one that will be for your urethanes, and something that will be for your dulls, and some that will just clean your bowling balls if you get belt marks on them, things like that. So it's a good idea to have a good assortment of ball cleaners. I recommend all four of these. These are all really great. I've used all of them. They work really well. I've gotten great results so far with these ones, so pick these ones up. And I didn't mention in the beginning of the video, but all the things that I talk about in this video, I'll leave them linked in the description so you can easily find them and pick them up for yourself. It's also good to have a ball cup, or you can have a few of them if you want. This is a Hammer one. This one's really nice, really high quality ball cup, and you can use this to set your bowling balls down. I use ball cups mostly, so I put the bowling ball on the ball cup, and then the bowling ball will easily spin if I'm applying abalone or if I'm cleaning them or anything like that. And it's easier to spin the ball inside this ball cup than just spinning it on the table or something. So this is really helpful when you're cleaning or applying abalone to your bowling balls. Speaking of abalone as well, it's good to have abalone pads. These are also really good if you're bowling something like Junior Gold or anywhere where they're gonna have multiple patterns. So you want abalone pads to set a bowling ball, get them dull. They also come with lots of different grits. This one I only have one right here. This one's brand new. This is 1,000 grit. Abalone comes in lots of other grits. It comes in like 2,000, 1,500, all the way down to 500 and 360, which is really low, but 1,000 is a good overall one to use. 1,000 is the one I recommend the most, so this one's really helpful as well. It would be a good idea to pick this one up for Junior Gold. So also things that are very important, even though I don't use these very often, it's good to have them, and I do use them sometimes, and that's a chamois and towels. You get both, either one's fine, but this is a towel. I usually use this towel like if there's something on the approach or there's something on the floor. I'll use this to wipe it up so it doesn't mess me up or mess up any other bowlers. If they step in, like someone spills a drink, then I'll usually clean it up with one of these towels like this. And I don't use this one much. I don't use chamois much, but it's a good idea to have. I'll still use it every once in a while, and it's a good chamois. This is a Hammer chamois. This one's really nice. It's really thick and it feels really nice, and it wipes off all the oil off your ball. These are all really super important to have. I usually only use chamois when the lanes are super oily and my ball comes back drenched in oil. I'll use this to clean it all off, and this helps a lot. So I recommend getting yourself a good chamois and or a microfiber towel. And something I use a lot, I basically can't bowl without one, and it is a rosin bag. These are really good. There's lots of reasons why people use them, but I use them because when I'm bowling, sometimes my hands will get like moist, or if it's hot in the bowling alley, my hands will get kind of sweaty and I can't grip the ball very well. So I'll use a puff ball, put a little bit on my hand, keep my hands drier so I have a good grip on the ball. And I use this every time I go bowling. I bowl practice with it, I bowl tournaments with it, whenever I'm bowling, I have to have my puff ball, keep my hands dry. It's really good. You should pick up a good puff ball. Even if you don't use it, it's always good to have one just in case, to be prepared. And something that's really good that I've been doing for a long time to prepare for these tournaments is I always carry a little bag of extra inserts, just in case if the insert rips or my finger swells up really bad, then I have to put in a different insert, like a slightly bigger one or something. But I usually have inserts in my bag for this next one. These are just for people that have interchangeable thumbs. It's always good, always have more than one thumb. So I have two here. I have one that it's always in one of my bowling balls. So I have 3 thumb holes. So it's always good to have more than one thumb hole in case the breaks, in case this part breaks, anything like that. You always have an extra pair, and I recommend when you get different thumb holes too, get one that's a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, in case your thumb shrinks or swells, depending on what region you're bowling in, things like that. But always good to have extra and some in different sizes. And also on the sometimes my thumb will get stuck in the ball because the ball will expand or something, and something will happen where I can't get the thumb out with my own thumb. So it's always good to have it's called a change it. This is just so if the thumb hole is stuck in the ball, you stick this inside there, and it makes it a lot easier to take out the thumb hole. And it's always good to use this anyways, but if you don't use it, you just use your thumb to get the ball out. And if the thumb hole gets stuck in the ball for some reason, you're gonna need one of these. It's a lifesaver. And my next thing for being prepared is to have some pens. So when you're writing down your scores, sometimes they'll have pens down there for you guys to write down on your score sheet, but it's always good to have a couple in your bag just in case they don't have that. You have pens to write down your scores. So it's always good to have these. These are just really important, so you always have a pen on you. And always, of course, have tape. Have all kinds of different tapes, different sizes, different thicknesses. Just get all kinds of different types of tapes. I got lots of tape. I don't use a lot of it. I mainly use the Turbo or this Hammer one, but it's always good to have tape, even if you don't use tape, because it will help you, and if you need it, you always have it. It's always good to have the tape that goes on your thumb. Like, it's always good to have the tape that goes on your thumb, and to have the tape that goes inside the ball, because you never know, you might need it at some point. So it's always good to have these. Even if you don't use them, they're worth buying, because eventually you're gonna need them. Pretty much the last thing I recommend for tournament preparation is if you have interchangeable shoes, get as much soles as you can, because you never know. Because you go to a different bowling alley, maybe in a different state or area from where you bowl, the approach can be completely different. So you always want to have different sliding pads, the soles and the heels, just to be prepared. Because I bowl in lots of different places. Usually you always just have to change your sole or heel at some point, because the bowling alleys are not all bowling alleys are the same. So I have lots of sliding heels and soles in this bag. So it's always good to have a lot of these to test. So if you're sticking or slipping, you go in here, grab one, test it out. So you always have a good slide no matter where you're bowling. So usually most people will have their bowling shoes in a pouch on top of their bowling bag, but I highly recommend getting a backpack, because if you travel on a plane with your bowling balls and you lose your bowling balls to the airline loses your bowling balls, so you'll lose your bowling balls, your shoes, and pretty much anything else you have in there, towels, rosin bag. So it's always good to have your backpack separate from your bowling balls, so that if your bowling balls get lost, you'll still have everything else you'll need. So I use this backpack, this Hammer backpack. I really love this backpack. This backpack is awesome. It's big, it's sturdy, it has lots of pockets for your stuff. I filled every pocket on here, and it keeps all my stuff organized, because there's lots of different compartments you can put your stuff in. And if you like this backpack, I'll leave a link down in the description to where you can pick it up. Very soon I'll be coming out with a review on this backpack to tell you guys all about it. It's awesome. I highly recommend this backpack. So everything I talked about will be linked in the description, like I said, and all of these things I bring to every single tournament I bowl in. Even though I don't find myself using it every single tournament, it's always good to have it, because every once in a while you'll need something that I mentioned, and you don't want to be stuck not having these things. So that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, I'm coming out with a review on this backpack, so look out for that. And I'm also making a video on the KR Strike Force 3-bag tote. That review is coming out soon, right after the backpack review. And as always, go check out the merch. If you use my discount code, you'll get 15% off. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and please subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.